So, hot off our heels of doing our little wolf mark thing, I'm going to talk to you about the crystals as well. Since why the hell not, you know? Why the hell not while I'm here, the trophy crystals? Since, as I mentioned in my video to do with the wolf marks, once you actually cap on them, you can't actually progress any further in your series milestone, which is a little bit annoying in all honesty. For example, like if I was already capped and I had the 6,000 here, I wouldn't be able to get it. It would not allow me. So make sure you spend them when you do. And what I would always suggest spending them on, if you don't know what to do it with, is grab weapons, you know, just for glam. Like, they don't look terrible. Like, they're not the greatest looking stuff in the world, but they have, you know, it's like all right. I mean, look at that. That's got some extra little bit of flair to it on the sword. Obviously, the shield itself as well, which you know, it looks all right. Nothing to really scream home about with these different weapons and whatnot. Some have a bit more effort put into them than others. I would admit that the actual guillotine is nothing fantastic. Yeah, there's all sorts of different weapons here, and obviously there's the scythe as well, you know. Put yourself a ginormous scythe, which people are like, what the hell is that thing? It's a little excessive, and honestly, you're compensating for something if you have this weapon. Usually, it's just so big. It's so big. And then, of course, you got yourself the monk weapon, which is absolutely a disappointment in itself. So on and so forth. Like, you know, you can see all the different ones here. I don't know what it is. The part of me feels a little bit disappointed with some of these and just not so much with others. At least there's a nice little pistol, which is there, and they're dyeable at least, which is nice. I mean, they didn't have to give anything, in all honesty, but it's just nice that it exists in terms of certain things. Like, obviously, you got all these as well. I mean, the wings are always cool. But personally, what I would prefer to spend them on is, well, just get all these frame kits, because you might as well. Because I need to spend them on stuff too, but another bit which I also recommend is get yourself the wolf collars. Because if you spend the wolf collars and you go to the wolf collar exchange, these weapons are actually quite nice. For example, if you actually look at the monk weapon, not iron comparison, sorry. Just look at the monk weapon here. You can see it's basically Wolverine claws. So you put them away. They are gloves. It's like, yeah, you know, all cool and on. They say, wow, my God, I am the Wolverine. Let's go. And they're just all pretty cool looking. Like a lot of these have a lot of really, really good sort of like uses of black and red. I'm a sucker. If you want some edgelord gear, this is definitely the sort of stuff you want to be looking at. Abso-freaking-lutely. Before, these used to be tied behind doing the arena, which I can't remember what it was called. But like, I'm glad that you can get these now, because I always like the look of some of these, but I could never bring myself to do that 4v4 stuff. Like the hand spear, I would say, is probably one of the more disappointing ones, but at the same time, it still kind of has nice aesthetics to it. So yeah, it's just really, really cool, some of the stuff they put in. I mean, the hang-on, oh, that is such a good weapon. I mean, look at that boy. Oh, you like yourself some glow weapons? That's a nice glow weapon. There's actually some really good PvP guns here for machinists, and I recommend taking the time to check them out. How chakras as well. Like, they always seem to keep these up in. I keep these up to scratch as well, which is nice. And you can even then exchange your wolf marks for... sorry, not your wolf... Yeah, wolf marks for these as well. I thought you could change the collars for them. Actually, no. You can exchange the collars for wolf marks, sorry. So if you like, oh man, I don't know what to do it with, just do what I did in the previous video. Spend your crystals on getting the wolf collars, then use the wolf collars to get the wolf marks, which then use the wolf marks to buy yourself the accessories or whatever, which then you use those to exchange with the Grand Company to get yourself more seals, which you then use those seals for other things, and it's just, yeah, it all flows really nicely. But yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. That's just some more little tips I'd like to give you when it comes to stuff to do with PvP, which I think a lot of people overlook like massively and way too much. So yeah, take care of yourselves. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on twitch.tv/Wobsy. I will see you next time for some more videos where I'll do little things like this where I feel like, look, you guys need to know this, okay? You need to know it. Ciao, ciao for now.